Yeah. Good boy. Yeah. We're not going to let you go up real quick.
He hasn't had anything, just FYI.
Good. Oh, you got one of the old collars. This thing's really loose, the button. Did you get this a while ago?
No, I just bought it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's maybe 2 months old.
Okay, so he feels it right there. There's just a slight little sign that he feels it. But you see no bad reaction. Cooper, come. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. He's on a number 5.
He's on number 5. You just, as far as he drifted out and he turned.
Okay. So it's super low, and that's what you want. You want him to barely feel it. We're just conditioning him to it. So we pair it with positive reinforcement. All right?
I can be your food dispenser if you want to walk down.
No, it's fine. It's take your time. There's no rush. People tend to go too fast with this. Cooper, come. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. We just want this to be a positive thing right from the start for him. No correction, no punishment. It's a flicker. It's a tap on the neck, it's a flicker. Cooper, come. Yeah, good boy. But you see, you don't know what it is. So now he figures how to turn it off himself, and then boom, nay fo fo. Okay, he gets to turn it off. The first, you got the collar, which is the negative, then the first positive, which is it stopping, and then boom, reward. Puts it together very quick. He'll learn this very fast. But you notice I take my time. There's no rushing around. There's no pushing it. I just take my time. But you see, I barely hold the leash. You just relax. And in the beginning, this is 5 minutes. So Cooper, come. Yes. Good boy. Good boy.
So are you doing it before Cooper come?
Right now, I am. I'll explain to you. I'm going to do it two different ways. Right now, I'm giving him the stimulation before I give the command, and after I give the command, the second he turns to come my way, I release the pressure, and yes, and reward. Okay? That's the first way. We're going to do 2 different ways here. Cooper, come. Yes. Good boy. Good boy.
So you like also that you're using that low 5 stimulation. He's actually responding by coming to you versus trying to go in a different direction.
Yeah, and you always want to do this with the leash because you don't want them. But very quickly, they learn to turn it off and receive something good. Very, very fast. Okay, but you see there's no ill effects. He doesn't look down. He's not hurting. He barely feels it. You or I couldn't feel it. You take your time and you wait. Too many people rush this. You have to be patient. Cooper, come. Yes, good boy. Good boy.
And the timing, you don't stimulate too long before you say, you know,
right.
Cooper, come.
Yeah, it's right before.
Yeah.
Right before. Now I'll do it after. Usually I'll do this for 5 minutes and then put him away. Just let him rest. The next time I come out, I'll do it for 5 more minutes, but using it as a tap after the command. And I'll start there right now because I'm here. We do it a little different. But if he was by me, that's what I would do. 5 minutes at a time, both different ways. And I explain that in the long, boring tutorial, but it's exactly what I do.
So versus that you do this, where a lot of times, people are saying, I always thought that you introduced the e-collar for 2 weeks. You're just putting it on the dog or longer, and they're just used to hanging on the e-collar.
It's not necessary. This becomes a positive thing from day one when you do it right. Now, I don't put it on training and take it off. You can put it on. Do you go about your normal things? You can play with them. You don't take it on and take it off when you stop training. When you're with him, he wears it. It becomes part of his life. And after a few weeks of really conditioning him properly, then it's second nature. It's very, very simple. So even if he's standing close here, a lot of people say, well, the dog won't get away from me. I can't give him a recall. It doesn't matter. If he's right here, you just got to move back very, very slightly. Cooper, come. Tap. Tap. Yes. Good boy. So right now I'm doing it after. So see the difference? All of a sudden he got a little more confused there. Now the tap is coming after. But very quickly he'll learn also that he turns that off. Watch out, buddy. Oh. Disappear. Good boy. Come. Yes, good boy, Cooper. Good job. You're a rock star, buddy. He's a great dog. He's a really great dog. Come here, Coop.
But do you feel he's a dog that somebody, if they don't do this every day and keep filling his battery?
He needs to work like a working dog, like we did with the toys. He needs 100% structure, period. This dog can't make any decisions. He can't make any decisions. He needs that guidance. He's too insecure and at the same time too pushy because of it. But you see how he performed with me, like just very natural. I didn't force anything, I didn't pressure, I made him comfortable with me. Cooper, come. Yes, good boy, Cooper. Good boy. But where people go wrong with the e-collar, they put a collar on a dog and they try to make him do things. They think you're pushing a button. It's not a remote control. You have to teach the dog what this weird feeling means. And we have to use it at the lowest level possible to teach. And we teach and we teach and we teach, and it's repetition and repetition. It's hundreds of repetitions, okay, at low levels. I don't use any punishment, any correction at all. It is there. He has to understand it. So the one day where you do need it, and he takes off and he's about to run into the road after a cat or a small animal, that's where low levels aren't going to work. He's not going to feel it. But when he feels it at the highest level possible to get his attention, he has to know what it means. It's only fair to teach him. You know, you can't just have the dog freak out and not understand what you're wanting. That's the benefit of it, you know.
And I noticed, you know, of course, when you work a dog to work their mind, they get tired faster, because we haven't even been out here doing anything with them for maybe 30 minutes at the, not even.
If he was by me, I'd be done a while ago with him.
Yeah.
He'll be exhausted when we're done.
Correct, because it's
we're
mind.
giving him so much mental stimulation right now. You know, so much. Cooper, come. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. And then...
Can I ask you something, you know, because you're doing it like in this area, and that's probably enough for him in that area, because it seems like he also can start associating just this area with stimulation going on if you know, that he'll want to get out of that zone.
No, because if you're using it to punish him and correct him, using it at high levels, then you get the concept of, you know, the underground fence. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is tap, 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 reward. Tap, 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 reward. So, yeah, you might think, okay, we're going to stay in this area. This is where we always train. You just want to do it. I prefer to do it when we start away from the grass, where there's a lot of smells and everything. You want to do it where there's the least amount of distractions in the beginning. You can remember, we're just teaching. We're teaching a new language. That's all we're doing. Think of it as you or I learning French. You got to keep it simple, and it's got to be repetition after repetition after repetition. And so right now, he's already done. Okay, he's done. He's exhausted. We're going to just let him go back. He ran with the ball.
He's ready for some water.
90-something degrees out here. You know, it's very